Aries, I'm so sorry. I was going through my videos and realized that I totally left you guys out. Not intentional. I am so sorry. I'm going to go ahead and do a read for you for the beginning of the year here. So, Happy New Year, if I haven't said so already, which I don't think I have since I obviously haven't made the video. I definitely think that if you've watched some of the other videos in the past, then you can actually go back and see a playlist at this point. So if you want to watch some of your older videos as well, then you can feel free. But in any case, let's see what we can get for you guys. Right off the bat, a couple cards flew out. I'm just trying to hold them up so you can see what comes. I want 4 cards to begin with, and then I'll clarify that for you guys in a second. Okay. One more, please. Oh, that's too many. So many came out. I'm just going to give it one more little shuffle here and see what we can see. I'm going to take the top one. Okay. So, first card out, Queen of Swords in the reverse. This may be a Libra. This could be any kind of an air sign. And so, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Specifically, though, Queen of Swords does refer to a Libra. So, you may have a Libra that you're dealing with that is maybe a little out of sorts. It doesn't matter where this kind of falls in your chart. You might want to take a look at it just to get a better sense of what where you're being affected. Cafeastrology.com is a really good website to use for that. So in any case, this is actually an out of sorts Libra. They would like something to change. All right. They're usually in the upright. A Libra is somebody really direct. They've got their words well put together. They're very collected. They're very straightforward. And especially the Queen of Swords, she's got her hand out and her sword up. So she's kind of on the defense, but also accepting feedback, input, etc., etc., etc. So I don't know if you guys have ever had a school paper that you needed to write and you weren't happy about doing it, but at the same time, you're good at writing or something like that. That's kind of what a Libra in reverse would represent. So there may be some place in your life that you need to kind of focus on creating a new approach to that, verbally or mentally. Swords can typically mean your words, but it kind of depends, especially if you are a Libra yourself or dealing with a Libra, Aries. So the next card out is the Page of Pentacles. So if someone is not offering something, or a Libra is potentially not offering you much there, it just kind of depends. I'm seeing also that this may have to do with a Libra child, or the child of a Libra. There may be some kind of unrest that is happening surrounding the situation. I'm not sure. You guys will know how it applies to your life. And I do just want to mention also that there's a duality within each of us that is actually a masculine and feminine energy that comes together to create our whole entire psyche. So this could potentially also be, the duality between young and old, or the duality between words that are immature versus words that are mature, or something of that sort. So you get the vibe of what I'm trying to say here. But we've also got the Ten of Cups in reverse. So someone's really not happy about this situation. There may have been a huge secret kept. All these cups are upside down, so they're being dumped out. It's kind of, when you think about a level of happiness that you're trying to achieve, then this, that just slipped out of my hand too. So you may feel like your happiness is slipping out of your hands, quite literally, like water through your fingers is what I'm hearing. And I don't know what kind of an offer was on the table. It does not look like someone is very happy about whatever offer that was. So whether you're the one giving the offer or rejecting the offer, this is definitely displeasure or some type of turbulence with that. So the Queen of Pentacles actually came out next. This is a Capricorn I'm having a really hard time talking all of a sudden. A lot of things are downloading really fast, but this is a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, an Earth sign. And what I'm just because I'm having issues like spitting it out, there may be something having to do with a Libra and a Virgo, or a Libra and a Capricorn, Libra and a Taurus, that is uh, pertaining to this situation here where this person is also unhappy. So we've got multiple unhappy parties who are kind of in some type of a, conundrum of sorts over an offer, a child, a new beginning, a new start somewhere, a new endeavor that you'd like to pursue, and that's not really making somebody very happy at the moment. Which one of these two characters is unhappy about that? I don't know. It looks like both of them have things that they could, contribute to try to make the situation a little bit more, stomachable, or I don't know why stomachable came out. That's weird. Okay, I'm also getting that because of this moon card here, or the 10 of Cups being in the reverse, I'm getting that the moon may have like something to do with not being able to stomach an issue or a problem. For women, you may be having some kind of a issue with unhappiness with your child, or with your pregnancy potentially, or a new start to something. Just because I'm seeing, the child and the moon is kind of like moon cycles, or menstrual cycles, for a lack of better example. Sorry if that grosses you out, guys, but it shouldn't, because we all came from one. Definitely, we can get some clarifiers and see what else is going on, but this is looking like you may, Aries, be observing this playing out in front of you. All of the cards are in reverse. I'm not picking your energy up off of this very much. You are a fire sign, and we've got an air sign and an earth sign here. So you will know who those people are in your life, and how this specific offer has made one or the other, or both, unhappy. So not to be negative, but I just got to read what the cards say. And then let's get some clarifiers. Woo. Okay, for the Queen of Swords, please. This is the Voodoo deck. Moonchild Tarot was the first one that I used. I don't know if I already said that or not, but I do want to give credit where credit is due. Okay, so I'm just going to take this whole chunk, and because it actually came out. All right, and then I need two more. Let me just get the cards on the table, and then I'll let you guys know what I'm seeing. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have Ogun Pharaoh. So this is kind of like the feral cat card, is how I am seeing it now. It's just a very chaotic, different perspective. So imagine that you're looking through the eyes of a lamb, or the eyes of a cat, or the eyes of a dog. Imagine what you may be seeing differently. Maybe they only see in black and white and red. Maybe they only see in certain nuances that we don't really pick up on in this matrix. Perhaps there's a dimensional kind of, and I don't know why I'm hearing that animals have now risen above the humans in some type of understanding of the situation, or that might not even be literally animals. It could just be that people are acting like animals, or you feel like you live in a zoo because of whatever situation is going on here. That's what I'm getting from that. The two cards that came out to clarify the Queen of Swords in reverse are going to be Abuela Flambeau, this one here, and I'm largely just seeing, I don't know if you guys have seen Joe versus the Volcano. It used to be one of my favorite movies, and I'm just on this. I'm seeing like like somebody surfing down lava, or surfing down some type of a fiery situation with a sled, like, and a sail. That's how I'm seeing it this time. Chango is actually the other card that came out for this. And I'm seeing that, you may be getting some spiritual downloads or guidance as a Libra or as an air sign in reverse about how to rectify the situation. And Shango is actually one of the, voodoo or African deities that is an Orisha. And if you look up his specific power and his specific association, it does have to do with the masculine energy being a warrior or overcoming, conquering something. So because this woman is in the reverse, she may have put her sword away unknowingly. And you know how you don't ever want to turn your back on somebody that is threatening you. That may be largely, she could be writing down these hot emotions as quickly as possible to move away from it with the power and help of Shango, or vice versa. So because she's sliding down this fiery hill and the spirit of Chango is with her, you may be, and I'm saying her, I keep saying her. And I guess that's because this card is, obviously I just said don't associate gender, but I am hearing that somebody could be either a woman embodying her more masculine side here to make this action happen. And especially for you, Aries, maybe some of that fire energy is in the Chango. He's grabbing lightning. He's grabbing lightning. So you may have been the one to set the fire on the mountain. Let's just say that, like burning bush style. So, Babylon can catch a fire in a whole bunch of different ways. Maybe this is your way of doing it, grabbing lightning and grounding it, especially because we've got the Queen of Pentacles over here. So, for the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the two clarifiers that I got was non bouclou la flambeau, and then also mambo in reverse. So obviously, when you look at this card, you can see that this man is lighting fires on people's pineal glands, or illuminating people's pineal gland, or their knowledge, the spiritual information that is accessible to the general public is being, this is Babylon catching a fire, literally. This is people using words to inspire mental movement or a physical change in their environment. So I'm seeing here because you're a fire sign, Aries, this woman actually in the upright has water flowing out of her palms. So she's very emotional. She's got that calming, when you're rocking a baby back and forth to sleep, it's very much the same motion as when you're on a boat on the water. So I'm seeing the soothing. I'm seeing this as like with this lack of an offer here is also related to whole bunches of opportunities to brighten or help to release the fire from inside of everybody's emotional mentality, I guess you could say. So because the Mambo card is in reverse as well as the offer, I'm seeing that instead of massaging or saying the words that will just make people happy or doing the things that will soothe them at all times, somebody is willing to not accept anything except for catching Babylon on fire. Someone that's their move right now. That's the offer that they've got on the table. And without offering that, there's really a lack of, this soothing. So these two together kind of just lets me know maybe, especially because this could be a child, potentially one of the things that's going on right now is that we need to be sharing more spiritual knowledge with our children about how to stay in contact with source energy or universal positivity to uplift the people in general. A lot of times people, I don't know why I'm hearing that Dear White People movie. One of my favorite songs from that was Mibs, No New Leaders. And it just has to do with the fact that a lot of the leaders today at least for the African American community, have been removed or fallen out of power. And so the examples that we have to set for our children are very different. than they used to be, because so is the landscape of our society. Rather than feeling as free as people used to, they used to just send their kids to walk home, or it was not a big deal if their child was talking to a stranger. That's actually not any longer the case. Unfortunately, the world has come to a place where we do have to be a little bit more on guard or aware of our surroundings. And I'm just really hearing that that's really important for the kiddos in particular. For them to be able to offer in the future, we really need to get clear on what kind of information we're feeding to them and why we're doing it. It should be because we love them, because we are interested in their soothing, because we're interested in them being complete and whole in themselves, so that they can manifest that. I know that when children, or when babies are babies, teaching them how to self-soothe is one of the most amazing things that you can do for them at that time, just because otherwise they can be very upset and they depend upon somebody else to calm down. Same thing kind of applies with everything. So reading books, they are a lot children are a lot more able to read books later if you read to them early on in life. If you are endorsing their sense of curiosity, then they're way more likely to go around to multiple people and ask questions, which is actually a sign of intelligence in children. Although it can be annoying to some adults, it is actually a really good sign if your kid asks you a whole lot of questions, or if they want to clarify their understanding of things constantly. So I'm seeing this unhappiness here. The two cards that came out were the Aida, we do, and the Loco card in reverse. So Loco does mean crazy in Spanish. I think I've said that before in other videos. Because this unhappiness is here. What I'm seeing is that in a prior situation, if we were to turn both of these upright, for happiness to happen, what we need to do is spearhead the way that we let people know what's going on with us. The approach that we take needs to be, I know a lot of people associate snakes with bad things, but I'm just looking at the snake wrapped around his arm, how he's holding it up, and how the snake's face is now his face as well. So let's just use this as an example of him controlling the knowledge that he's got in his head in order to pass forward the best ecosystem for a garden that he could then share with his children, with himself, and pass forward without any kind of craziness happening. This is not actually, if these were in the upright, I would say that this is already going on, that, happiness had been achieved. But because all three are in the reverse, I would say this is the advice on how to fix any kind of discontentment or disparity in information that would happen between parents and their children. So, everyone has a different way that they were raised, and everyone has a different standard for parenthood, which is fine. But this also denotes that as a general rule, Aries, maybe you could be doing something to help with catching Babylon afire in a really positive way. So that's an opportunity that looks like it's here. The next cards that came out for Queen of Pentacles. This is Obatala, and then we've also got La Place in reverse, or excuse me, in the upright. So I'm looking here. Whatever energy you're trying to ground right now, I think you need to take into account that although children are innocent, they also need to know about how to deal with situations that are not easy. And oftentimes, I'm the oldest of about 10 siblings, or at least, that's, I think that what really comes out in this card is that whatever crossroad you are at with yourself, with your child, with the world, etc., Aries, there needs to be this kind of a candid conversation about growth, slow growth versus, um, taking flight. Uh, there needs to be a conversation about innocence, how it grows, why it grows, which cycles we're following in our family units, and why we want those to take off. Because this is in the reverse, I'm getting from this, this woman she's very regal. She is a queen, obviously, but she's also looking down. She's also looking down, and I think it looks like she's in deep thought and contemplation. This may be her, trying to figure out which parts do I need to keep for this crossroad, which parts do I need to cut out, which parts do I need to help grow faster, and which parts do I need to let go of so they can fly away. You could look at this exactly in the opposite. So in the upright, we're looking at this woman actually knows which kind of innocence needs to be preserved, which innocence cannot exist in this place, all up in this place. And she also knows how to keep her composure and remain grounded through a lot of turbulence, even when there is not any kind of a connection with Babylon catching a fire and the energy coming towards these children here. So I don't know. And when I say children, I could mean, a set of new projects that you've been assigned to for work. I could mean a new relationship that you're going into. I could mean a specific, this could apply in just about any way possible. So Aries, that's about it for right now. I would encourage you, let's go ahead. I guess let me get 2 more cards from here, and I'll try to give you some advice on how to move forward in the most successful of ways. Okay, so basically, I got the Lovers in the reverse and the King of Cups in the upright. So you may have a lot of passion and emotion about this specific issue. This specific subject is what I'm like. This is not broadly applicable. There seems to be a very specific issue that is emotionally impacting your happiness with an offer, and or with the children of your mind, whoever those are. And you could have raised children that aren't yours. I have a whole lot of little ones that I had the privilege of being in their life nice and early, and I still absolutely consider them to be some of the children that I raised. So, or at least contributed to raising emotionally. So I think that this is a value, an emotional value system that we need to be applying from our person to our physical reality. And that just means that we need to be teaching. I know that this is maybe too much for some of y'all, but just click off if that's the case. Because this came out with the Laplace card here, I am just, this is now the water aspect that we were missing before, because we've got the air sign and we've got the earth sign. Here's the water. So because this is the advice, I'm saying that the advice for the entire read and for you specifically is to figure out a way to flip this woman over. Figure out a way to make sure that you're still adding the depth of sincerity and the depth of actual truth in knowledge, as well as the tact and the time, the energy that it takes to teach a child about innocence, about what's appropriate, what's not, about what you stand for and what you don't stand for. And it's okay for everyone to have a different opinion on that. Everyone's opinion is valid. Not that we're going to agree with everyone else's opinion, but it is a valid opinion, even though it's somebody else's and you may not like it. So this is a reunion of emotion as well as displays of love, or I'm seeing the pyramid here as a foundation. So you need to establish an emotional foundation for your children, for yourself, for whatever offer that this was in reverse that then made you feel unhappy. Because in that way, you can really change this crazy situation that has been stopping the emotional enrichment of others from taking place. That's what I'm getting. So I will be back to do more reads for you guys. I did, like I said, actually make some playlists. So if you want to go look at those, definitely do so. And I will wish you guys the best. Have a good night. I'm sorry I forgot about you. I feel so bad. Anyway, have a good one. Bye.